Hey guys, RC here, back with another Fallout 4 video, and we are going to do probably what will be our last walkthrough here at Starlight Drive-In. I was going to do it earlier in the day here, but it was a very overcast day. There was a lot of fog, uh, which I don't see a lot of that very often, but that's okay. Um, so we're going to do this final walkthrough. We had just gotten attacked today, the previous day too. So I just waited till it was right here at dusk. The lights were coming on. I thought that kind of looked pretty good. It's kind of a good look for the place. So there's an overview. There's the screen up at the top, the little water reservoir in the middle, of course the main building, and the pre-existing fence coming out onto the back road. So I'll just kind of recap everything. If you've seen some of my earlier videos, you've probably seen most of this, but we've got the existing bus here. We've got another bus here that I've put in, and I've pushed that right up against the existing chain link to basically form a barricade into this entrance area, because I've also taken junk fencing and gone all the way around the perimeter to close it in. So basically we're trying to feed everything in through this little gap here. I've got a nice heavy laser turret up here, and it has really good range. It can zap all the way over to the railroad overpass and pretty far up the hill up there too. So they come in here. If they make it this far, of course, all of our settlers come out here and fight as well. But if they do make it in, we've got this guard entry post. We've got some heavy machine guns up top. We are just using the metal pieces here, metal fabrication, with a little bit of wood fencing thrown in. And there's some guard mats, so that's your entry post. The stairs were for me. The citizens don't use them. They can't get over that hump, but I can jump and get up here and fight. I never have done anything with the main structure. Like I said, I kind of like leaving that because that's the focal point of the whole place. So I didn't want to take away from that. I may end up, putting some guns up here. Just depends on how often we get attacked. But anyway, this is our main entrance into the place. Again, junk fencing all the way down both sides. What I have done is I've put a bar and an espresso machine in here. And I've put a general store in here as well. So there are two businesses that help with money and happiness inside there. And they can get in through the door here. And they can come down in here and do their work. That bar was in the way, but I just looked at it that, hey, it's just additional support. And I didn't like that down window there, but I maybe extra protection just in case. Let's stay on the left side because that's kind of the most activity. We've got a this prefab here that I put in. Ran some electricity, mostly mattresses, very roughing it out here. It was hard to put anything in here with the walls, so I hung a few curtains so you could get through. I do have some lighting in here. And then we come out into this, and I used the rail cars to make our medical clinic. Again, I've covered this before, but if you haven't seen it, so you've got the doctor's office, place for paperwork, the sink for washing your hands, medical equipment. We have tables, gurneys, hampers for waste material on both sides. A terminal that was actually used to change the lights outside to red, but I thought it looked good because you keep your medical records and things in there, so it works for her. A couple of gurneys, like I said, and I wanted to change the little lights from white to red for the medical cross. So we have Doc's Place here, prescriptions and chems. I left some of the cars. I wanted to leave a lot of the cars, but just couldn't, and or didn't in this particular build. But what I did is I used these to kind of fill in this area for the Brahmin. And you may remember I could not get that truck to sit flat, so I was able to sink in some cinder blocks and make it look like it's actually parked on blocks. That one's right on the axle. So that one came out looking good. We've got our sitting area for our suppliers to come in through the main fence on the main road back here. We also have a guardhouse with a couple of gun turrets, little scavenger bench for some little waste material. Of course, we have the main road running east and west. I had the guard tower on this side overlooking the interior, but I said, you know what, that's, we need to be looking outside. So what I did is the build area actually ends like right on the road here. So this entire, most of this sits out in the no build area, but I was able to put it here, lift the whole thing, and then sit it here, and then I was able to add stairs on both sides. So we have stairs coming up on both sides into the central platform and then up, and we've got 4 security mats. In fact, I need to take that one away, I think. But now we actually can look out down the road and have that security here. So I thought that kind of looked really good, and that's just the prefab security building. Also what that does, because I have it here with the stairs, if somebody does break in through this fence, they can't get to my farmers down on the other end. They'd have to go around the building to get over here. So I liked that. We just took this and we left this for sleeping. We have a couple of beds, couple of mattresses. I did take the cabinets out, so that's a sleeping area. I don't think we did anything up here. No, I put some sandbags, and we've got these tires. I think I wanted to put a gun up here at one time, and I may still do that. We do have a security mat here for security as well. In addition to the farming out here, we're growing some crops out here. I did end up sinking some fertilized containers into the ground, and so we have crops growing through here. I used the concrete walls, the angled walls, to make these little curved walls out here for our water purification system. And I think if I don't do any more water, I may start doing some tar berries in the remainder here. I was not able to get that one to sync up right. I'll come back and try to fix that, but that's okay. I added some lighting in around it to where it was, we had some lighting in this area. I thought that looked good. I really like the little fenced-in generator farm. I have gotten the perks to build bigger and quieter generators, but for here I just felt it looked good with the little generator farm, so that's good. And then we've got the little pillar with the wires going out in every direction. We did add a house down here. They are sleeping, so we will sneak in. Well, no, nobody's sleeping. The door's just shut. So I have decorated it a little bit. I've got a few pictures up. We've got a TV going in the back corner, some storage, a carpet. Nothing major, but enough to give it a lived-in look. We've got the little 360 platform that I really like with the multiple guns. Not sure that's the best place for it, because I've also got guns down there. So I may move this, although it's going to be impossible to move because if I try to lift it, it'll take the house and the fence, and because it's all connected, it'll basically lift the entire settlement. So I'll have to break that down and rebuild it if I want it somewhere else. They're not hard to build, but I think that's the reason I haven't done it so far. But it gives us some extra guns on this side. We also have a guard platform here. We have some guns and a spotlight here, completing the circle. And then we have of course, the starting hut there with the workbench in it. So we put a light out here for some lighting. And I have just added on the wood building foundations here, and right off of the shed. And I've got my fast travel mat in there, and I've just made a little workshop area. So we've got a little kitchen here. We've got armor and weapon workbench, weapon and armor. We've got a chemistry lab, and then we have this little exit right up onto the platform, and the guns that I mentioned. We've got a laser turret, a heavy one, a light one, a machine gun, and a spotlight. But I really like this. This was kind of something that I had come up with in a previous playthrough I was doing, and I really like how it came out. And what you can even do in here is make it a little bit bigger, or say leave this middle wall and put a door there on one of these middle doors and have it extend out into, say, a shopping area, and maybe that's where you put your tavern or something. So I really like how it came together. We've got a little bit of seating over here. We've got some patio furniture for just sitting down and relaxing. I took the bench from this side and moved it back to where it was, usable in a good place that made sense. Not sure how all the little cylinders here got knocked over, but they were. And I cannot pick them up, nor can I junk them or destroy them. So they're just laying around looking like chess pieces. So again, nothing fancy. Like I said, I don't like going for really big, elaborate builds. Plus, I'm not that skilled at them. And so it would end up looking horrible, I'm afraid. So anyway, that is our Starlight drive-in. We've used a lot of little different things from different areas. I am probably going to build one more thing. I had done a mod review for the little hub container buildings, like the little RVs that'll link together, and I really like how those look. So I may make a maybe not a big elaborate one, but back here off to the side or something, we may put or maybe we may put two up against the wall, one or two over in this area, just and have like freestanding mobile homes for a couple of individual houses instead of these little group homes like I've currently built. And I think I've only got 20 people currently in, so it could definitely be that I need to add some more beds if I grow this anymore. And let's see, yeah, 20 people, which is going to be my max because I'm at 20 20 people. So probably what I need to do is now move, like I did to Sanctuary. I need to move in about 15 people from another settlement to here and max it out at 30 people. We have 36 food and 80 water, so I don't really need to grow that, but I would need to add 10 beds. And if you didn't see the mod, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, these capsules. There we go. Okay, I don't want that. I want the... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so what I could do is I could actually put one of these. And do I want... Maybe I put them side by side? Maybe I do that. Okay, I don't want to go too close to the fence because I need to add on some stuff. Maybe right there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. In fact, we might move it just a little bit. And then I'll add in the pieces, so we could do one here, one right next to it, and that won't come out much past the existing house. And then we could do one here and one here, and we could have this little walkway up between them with the doorways, so we could do like 4 little houses there. So that'll probably be something I'll add. I'll add the walls on there, and then basically you'll walk in and you'll have a bed in the back and a little chair and table up here in the front, and a few decorations, and that'll probably be it. So anyway, I really had a lot of fun coming up with some of the things here. I like how the generator farm came together. I like my little utility building here with all the workshops in it. I really like how my doctor's office came together. That was something that I cooked up, that I actually dreamed up myself. So that's one reason I think I really like it. Of course, we've got some art in here, just like a doctor's office. Nothing special there. But yeah, I had a lot of fun here. I'll probably add a few more lights. I only added lights down one side, but I will probably add lights around the other side of the perimeter, and then maybe get some more up through the middle here, just to really light this up really good. Like I said, even if I go up to 30, 35 people that I can get to, the only thing I'm going to have to add is the beds and take care of sleeping arrangements. We've already got the food and the water situation. And I think that'll be my next thing. So that'll probably be all I'll do to finish it out. May or may not do another video for it, but that is everything I've done thus far. So we've got living taken care of, we've got food taken care of, we've got some decoration done, and to moderation, not not doing overkill, and yeah, I mean, I'll be the first to admit, when you look at those really detailed and crammed in settlements, they look pretty darn impressive, but is that really realistic for where we're at after a nuclear war, trying to just survive and rebuild? And so that's why I play it from this perspective, but I certainly do enjoy looking at those YouTube videos for the really detailed settlements. So I hope you've enjoyed at least watching it. I hope it gives you some other things to think about in your own settlement building, and some maybe a few ideas. And hey, if you have any comments or thoughts on what I could do better, hey, I'll be the first to admit, I just play these games. I'm not, artistically gifted or anything and thinking it out. So I'm always open to suggestions, and that's probably why I subscribe to so many of the YouTube videos, just trying to pick up stuff. Like that 360 platform was one. My doctor's office was actually an idea that I evolved from seeing something that somebody else had done with the little trailers, with the little rail cars, and I kind of got the idea that hey, I could do something like this, and really enjoyed that. So thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you down the road. Thank you very much.